For a very long time, I have been talking about how stats are very arbitrary and that you shouldn't put as much stock in the numbers as many people do. Today, we're really going to prove it with the new release of the Prime Heroes. Finally, Sleeps here. Today, we're going to take a look at some of the stats on the Prime Heroes. Is basically acceleration, sprint speed, and pace. And explain why I have downplayed these stats for a very long time. And we are finally able to really prove it. And the reason we're going to do it today is because I am so sick to death of everybody talking about how fast some of these players are. It's going to change the way you look at statistics from this point forth. This is really going to be an eye-opener for a lot of people. Make sure you subscribe here at YouTube. Turn on notifications so you never miss when a video goes live for this game, any of the other games, or the content here on the channel. All right, so these are the Prime Heroes that have just come out, and we're going to look at Big Pace Al right here at right wing. And people are so pumped, and I'm seeing reviews out there where they're like, he's the greatest. He's so fast. Oh my God, 193 pace when he's fully maxed out. He's so quick. Oh, yeah, shut up. He's not fast. Pace is arbitrary. Stats are just numbers. At this point, you would think with a 193 pace player, it would be like when somebody's sensitivity on their mouse is wrong and you barely touch it and they move really quick. Compared to everything else on the field, they don't perform the way the stats say they should. We're going to prove it today and take a look at it specifically here for this one because his stats are so high, fully maxed out. So let's just, how are we going to do this? First, I thought, okay, we'll take a video of him running down the field, and we'll compare it to a review video I did way back during Team of the Year for Salah, who had incredible pace at the time, and try to line it up and see how quick they are. And I thought, well, if the stats are arbitrary and they move along with the season, and a player might be as fast now as it was then, let's take it one step further. Let's see how fast they are right now compared to other players in the game right now. So the way we're going to do this is pull some of these players, take a look at their stats. Here we go. Al with 193 pace, 174 acceleration, plus 32 for the training bump, which puts him way up over 200 in acceleration. We'll take a random portion of the game. We'll do League Tour. I'm going to grab that player with the ball, drag him back into his defensive box, get him lined up on top of the 18, and we're just going to dribble with acceleration down the field as far as we can. No skill moves, no nothing, minimal movement, and just see how quick he is. And then compare him to a few different players. So there's no skill moves. We're just trying to move down as quick as we can down the field. And we're going to swap this out. We'll go from him, and obviously the next choice would be Salah, which was the last really quick right wing that we were looking at. So this is Salah, no training whatsoever, max agility at 20. His acceleration drops to 164 with a 139 sprint speed, which gives him 151 pace compared to 197? 151 compared to 197 with no training whatsoever. We'll go back into the exact same match, get him the ball, and do the exact same thing. This is a good example of comparing where we're at and seeing how it goes. Now, what we're doing right now is this comparison between getting back into the box. Let's get him lined up and then start accelerating from the 18. The same thing. Now, it's hard to look at this and go, well, I feel like Al was quicker. Maybe Al was quicker. We're going to compare it. Don't worry. Don't panic. We're going to do side by side before this is all over. But let's even go slower. Let's go out to a 101 team of the year, Kulusevski, where we're looking at a major drop in stats. Now we're down to 129 pace, 142 acceleration, and 117 sprint speed. Same match, same parameters, do the exact same thing, take him back to the 18, and do the sprint speed. We're going to fast forward through this because it doesn't really matter. Let's go back to the team, and let's go one further. Let's drop in an elite. Bernardo Silva, which is a pretty strong right wing in the game, but as far as his stats go, again, we're taking this all back to Big Pace Al. 100 pace, 123 acceleration, 78 sprint speed. Same thing, same match. Take him back to the box and accelerate out from the box just to see how much it changes. Now, personally, I'm doing this and I feel like it doesn't seem as quick. Doesn't quite seem as quick, which is great because we're going to compare all three. Now, this is where it starts to get interesting. So now the way this is set up is all four of them are on the top of their 18. Now, what I need you to watch when we start to play this is as they cross the cut lines in the grass, because all four players are always going to be in the same spot on the screen because of the way the camera angle always lines up. But pay attention to when they cross the midline. This is all from the same spot, same acceleration, just dribbling forward. Pay attention to when they cross the midline. Here we go. Moving. They're all about the same pace, and we hit the midline. Just looking at that, Salah and Al are at the exact same pace. Now, we know they don't have the same pace, but in gameplay, let's look at the difference again. Look at Silva at the bottom, crossing the midline like a half a second behind. A half a second behind the fastest statistical player in the game. We're talking 200 pace compared to 100 pace, and look how quick they get down the field. If you're still confused, let's drop their stats in. Since we already took a look at them, there's Al, 193 pace, 206 acceleration, 181 sprint speed. Salah, 151 pace, 164 acceleration. Kulusevski is at 129 pace, 142 acceleration, and Silva, 100 pace, 123 acceleration, 78 sprint speed. Okay, those are the numbers. Now, watch him move. Same thing, crossing midline. That is why we have been going on and on for a very long time about how the stats are so arbitrary in the game, and why, if you watch the review of the Prime Heroes, I downplayed the pace specifically. Most of the numbers in this game are arbitrary, they are objectionable. Otherwise, we would be dealing with players that were so fast right now because we've played this game for so long that their movement in the game would be almost uncontrollable. And it cannot work that way. That is not the way the game is played. That's not the way the game is built. Do not go into these things worried so much about their stats. And it's like that across the board for everything, from goalkeepers and their height to how quick they are, dribbling, everything. The numbers are not as important as most people think they are. Make sure you subscribe here if this helped, or it was a little bit of an eye-opener as to why we downplay stats in this game so much. I'm Finally He Sleeps. Hope this helped. As long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making videos.